Hey people, Draykke here again with another Minecraft tutorial. In today's episode, we're taking a look at a very fast, 100% efficient, very simple redstone piston elevator. Now, piston elevators have been around for a while. I'm not exactly breaking innovation here or anything, but I figured I'd have my go at it and see what I could come up with. And this is what I got. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate it for you. Basically, you just hop in this little hole here, you press the button, these doors will seal, and then you will be pushed up to your destination with automatic ejection system. And as you can see, I made that distance in a very short amount of time. So to give you an idea of the redstone you're going up against, it's nothing big at all. As you can see, this part is the entire chamber and the platform. So really all the redstone you can be putting down is just 3 by 4, which is really small and simple for a redstone piston elevator. So without further ado, I'll just go ahead and show you how to build this, and I'll try to break it down into sections to make things easier. Alright, so we can go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is find out where you're going to put your elevator at, and then just dig down 2 blocks, and then dig back 3 more like this. And then in these blocks down here, you just want to put whatever block type you want, because that will be the floor that you hop down into, just like I did in the demonstration. So put whatever block type you want, and then 2 regular pistons sticking upward like that, and then 2 sticky pistons just like that. And then you're just going to put 4 blocks on top of all of those pistons. And then this entire pattern is just going to repeat for as high as you want this elevator to go. So for the sake of the tutorial, I'm not going to put this one very high, just so the redstone wiring will be a little bit faster. Let's see how many we want to go here. We'll go a little bit higher than that, why not? We'll go 1 more after this one, just to give you a general idea of what you're going up against. Just like that. Perfect. And then wherever your elevator is going to end at, instead of putting the row of sticky pistons and then the 2 pistons facing upward, you're just going to place 2 regular pistons sticking outward like this. And then this is going to be your ejection system for the end of it, as I demonstrated in the video, so you will get pushed off onto the ledge that you built. So that being said, our ledge is going to be right here coming out. If I can just place blocks correctly, that is. Just like this. Okay, next segment. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is come around the side of your entire piston elevator and place a block every other one, just so they are underneath and above these regular pistons in the front. So it should be staggered just like this. And then you're just going to place redstone dust on each one of those blocks going down. And do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Just stagger them like this. And then put redstone dust going all the way down. I missed that one. There we go. Okay, next thing we're going to do is place a block over each one of these sticky pistons in the back, so the pattern will look like this, a little checkered square pattern going all the way up, and you're going to repeat this on each side of the contraption as well. Just like this. Alrighty. Okay, next thing we're going to do is stagger some more blocks, and you just want to do it just like this, so it's going to create an X pattern going all the way up either side of your entire contraption. I know, deja vu, right? But this is what you need to do in order to wire it up correctly. Actually, we'll just start at the bottom, because it does make placing blocks just a tad bit easier. Just like that. Okay, next thing we're going to do is invert torches going all the way up on these staggered blocks. So what you're going to want to do is come to the back side here, whichever side you want to start on, doesn't matter, and you're just going to place a torch like this, and then like that, then like this, and then like, well, that's wrong, and then like that, haha, and just do this all the way up until you reach the top of your elevator, however high you have it set. And you don't need to put one on the last block up there, because it is not affecting anything. So your design should look like this on both sides. Go ahead and do the other side. Oop, I keep misplacing torches. That's awkward. That's very awkward. Like this. Whoop, that's wrong. Just like that. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and place sides going up this elevator. So you're just going to want to place blocks going up either side of these regular pistons all the way to the top of your elevator. And you may notice that as you place the blocks, these pistons will be powered, which is exactly what we need for this system. It's how it works, actually. I'll explain it at the end of the video, as I usually do. But for right now, just know that you need to place solid blocks on the back side. These blocks I'm placing right now, though, they can be whatever you want. Glowstone, glass, whatever you choose to put is up to you. So you're just going to want to put 2 rows of blocks on the outside, and then whatever kind of block you want in the front. I'm going to place glass. And do remember too that these pistons are where you will be taking the elevator. So right now it looks like there's no room in there, but whenever we take these pistons back, that will be where the actual chamber is at. So, now that we've got that done, next part of the video. Alright, so you may have noticed that I've kind of dug out a little bit of a hole here. It's just to give me room to work and for you to see what I'm doing, but it's worth mentioning it doesn't need to be this big, but you will see in a moment just how big it actually needs to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig this out a little bit more. On the sides here, you're going to want to put whatever kind of material is going up the middle here, preferably. Like I said, I use glass, so I'm just going to put glass on the sides here too, and then you want to place your sticky pistons just like that, facing inward right against whatever type of material that you used. And these things are always a pain to place. There we go. Okay, next thing you want to do is going to place a button right next to this on this block. Then underneath this block, you're going to place a block here, redstone dust, repeater, block, and then redstone dust underneath that. And not that one there. It's worth mentioning too here, this can be redstone dust and you can get rid of this block if you put a half slab over it. But the way I designed this system, I wanted it to be completely invisible. So as you can see, you can't even see this redstone is there. But like I said, if you put a half slab right here, then you can just run redstone dust and save yourself some materials. Okay, so for the next part of the video, you're going to place a block here on the side of this piston, down underneath your system again. And then you're going to place redstone torches on the sides of those blocks that will invert all of these torches on the side. So now you can see all of your pistons have been retracted, which is their normal position that they should be. And then you're going to place blocks coming right here. And then you're going to place repeaters going into these blocks. And you're just going to run this redstone dust going all the way across over here. And this will have to be changed into a repeater here, just like that. If you want to, you can set a 4 delay on this that will delay the elevator just a smidge so it'll give you time to actually get inside and get situated and whatnot. So then here on the side of this block that you just placed, you're going to place a redstone torch, a block above that redstone torch, a block on the side, a torch on the side of that block, and then a block on top of that torch, with a repeater facing inward. It will be going into this block that has the torch. And then you're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Just a torch, block on top, torch, block on top, repeater, and make sure these are set to full delay. That is very important. Okay, next you're going to come to the front of your design, right where you placed those repeaters at last time, and on the block that is going to be inverting those repeaters, you're going to place a torch facing inward towards these pistons. And then on top of that torch, you're going to place a block. On the side of that, you're going to place a torch with a block, and then a block right here on this bottom piston with some redstone dust. And you're going to do the same exact thing on this side. Place a torch, a block, a torch, a block right here, and then redstone dust. Okay, and now for the final part of the design. You just want to come down below your design where you were before, and you'll notice that this piston here does not have redstone dust next to it on a block, and it should. That is the piston that will lift you up to start the whole system, and it's very important. So you're going to want to place a block underneath it with a piece of redstone dust, and this is on both sides too, make sure you do both sides. Then go to the top of your elevator and place redstone dust on either side of these ejector pistons here that will boost you off. And then you can go ahead and just seal this in. Just like so. Alright, and then an important thing to note down here too, if you want this to run flush so that you cannot see redstone here, all you have to do is take out this block, and if I can fly, place the block here instead with the redstone dust. And that is what I did over Nat Design too, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it on this side, but it is completely optional. Either way will work, it's the same exact redstone, it really doesn't matter. So now you can go ahead and test out the design. Just press the button, the doors will close, and the pistons will fire. And now we can go ahead and give it a test drive as well. Perfect! And that's pretty much the tutorial. The rest of this video is just going to be explaining how things work, how I come up with the concept, the main theme behind it, and whatnot. So if you stay, I will explain all of that. If you don't stay for that, that's fine too. That's your choice. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you remember, please remember to drop a like for me. It helps me out a bunch. Thanks! Alrighty, if you're watching this, that means you stayed for the explanation part of the video where I kind of just go over the redstone, show how it works, how I come up with the concept and whatnot, and all the good things involving that. So basically what this is just a system where you have a redstone torch that is powering a block, which is powering the sticky piston, like this. And then in this little inversion here is some redstone dust and another block. and this is there to power this piston sticking upward, so that whenever this sticky piston is activated, it will push out this piston, and this piston will immediately become activated. Now, the great thing about this system is, whenever the sticky piston gets retracted, the actual other piston gets retracted first, so it pulls it back into place, which is exactly what we want for this entire design. And then from there, it's actually pretty simple. These are just wired up so that these doors will close first, so it will seal it off, and you will be stuck in the chamber. And then from there on, the pistons just push you up the chamber. And then the last set of pistons here, the ejector pistons, are just pistons facing outward. So when you reach this level, they will fire and just push the player out onto the platform that you have built. That's pretty much how everything works. It really ain't complicated. I just wanted to kind of build my own model. I've built other ones before, but they tend to be glitchy or not work. A lot of them you'll see a stagger, kind of like this. I'm sure you've seen them before. I don't like those because I get glitched with them all the time. Like if you step in the center, if you ain't positioned just perfectly, they won't fire right. And you don't have that with this design, which is something that I really like with it. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's fairly compact. It's all kind of contained within this square. Like I said, it's really only 3x4, so I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to press that like button. If you really enjoyed, press that subscribe, favorite, share, all that good stuff. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.